As a florist, we're always combining things. Maybe you have the perfect candlestick and ceramic pumpkins. Elevating makes it so wonderful. Doing it in pairs, even better. Maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5. Let me show you how it's done. The materials, starting with 2 ceramic pumpkins. They are so grand. Setting in a bit of the renewal foam. Just nestling it down in there. Doesn't even need to be taped. It's secure, so it's going to stay put. Then, to set the lid, using a U-glue strip. Don't need the whole thing, so getting the scissors to cut it. That way it doesn't stick. That's a Tulip Tuesday tip. Then, pulling that off onto the anchor pin, and then pulling that off directly onto the lid, and then I can set that into the foam to secure it in place. Then I'm ready for the flowers. We'll be using hydrangeas, dahlias, viburnum, echinops, amaranthus, and then adding in some dried materials, the stella and the grasses. Adding in some trailing amaranthus, giving it a cut, and then we'll anchor it so it can come down the front. It's in the water, in the foam, but then pulling it around, looping it on itself, letting it trail, and then using a greening pin to anchor that in place. Gives you that loop as well as the drape. And we can repeat that. And even just wrap it around, creating a bit of color, movement, and letting it drape again, and then one more greening pin. Now that you've got that in place, everything else is easy. Just bits of hydrangea, tucking it in, dahlias, tucking it in, and then continue on, following that central binding point and letting it create a wonderful mound that works together. Adding in a few more blooms, maybe another dahlia, moving that one up to the top. And then the viburnum, cutting it down and letting the berries drape a bit, making sure that they get down into the water well, and repeating. Then coming back with the dried materials, the stella, adds such great texture, letting it come up a little taller. Repeating, adding line to the design, and then coming in with the grasses for some soft movement, kind of bending it just a bit, and then tucking it down in. Then repeating it on the opposite side so that you get that balance from right to left, pulling your eye through, a little bit of dried to combine with the fresh and look grand. As a last touch, just a bit of foliage. Nandina is perfect. And tucking it in, bringing a few more pieces, adding a little bit of green, some softness, and then just a touch of explosion grass. Changes the dynamics by just setting that in. Just a little bit, doesn't take very much. Maybe one on the other side. Just to give a little bit of lightness throughout. The recipe, we started with the bicolor amaranthus, and I used 2 stems, one on each section. Then I've added viburnum I had 2 stems that I cut apart. Hydrangea was actually 1 stem cut into 2 pieces. Dahlias, 5 stems, tucking them in to the front and the back. The Stella, dried, 4 stems, and then going to the grasses, 4 stems to give that soft movement. 1 stem of Nandina, cut apart, and then 1 stem of the explosion grass, also cut apart, just to tuck in. Halloween comes in so many different versions. You'll find more on our website, flowerschool.com. If you have questions, you can reach us through there. But now it's your turn. What are you going to create? Maybe you find 2 containers, set it on a candlestick, and design away. Be sure to take a picture, post it on social media, and hashtag Floral Design Institute. That way we all can see what you do as you do something you love.